Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, trend update, pestilence, cholera spirals in Yemen. And we are July 12, 2017. Scripture references out of Luke 21, verse 11, part A. There will be great earthquakes and in various places, famines and pestilence. And what we got here is a map of Yemen. Yemen is located on the southwest part of the Arabian Peninsula. Yemen is in civil war. And in the blue corner, we have the Saudis. Israel has some troops over there. United Arab Emirates, Western countries, and NATO, which means the United States has troops allocated to this part. In the red corner, we have Ansar Allah, the Houthis. This would be the Shia group, supported by Iran, Syria. China has now joined the mix over there, as well as the Lebanese and the Iraqis. And this little group of green over here, they're just a bunch of rebels. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. They would be Shia, but they're wanting to mix it up as well. July 12, 2017, the country of Yemen undergoing the worst cholera outbreak in world history. Now, that's the assessment of the United Nations. And as we can see here, Yemen is a war-torn country of 27 million people in the southwest part of the Arabian Peninsula. And again, it's between Sunni and Shia Muslims. I mean, they just continue to fight all over the Middle East. Now, 5,000 to 7,000 new cases per day are estimated per the International Committee of the Red Cross. And the number of daily cases is up from 2,000 plus just 2 months ago in 2017. And we got a breakdown here from the World Health Organization. You can take a look at this chart. We'll go over the information here. Now, in May of 2017, experts estimated at least 150,000 cases were expected over the next 6 months. Now, as of July 2017, there are now over 320,000 cases reported. So numbers were actually underestimated. 1,700 plus deaths have occurred in the last couple of months as a result of the cholera. And cholera is the result of poor sanitation, untreated water and food, and dysentery. And cholera is a vicious cycle of disease that spreads easily and quickly among the masses. Now, as a result of the war, infrastructure is breaking down to the point of collapse. Clean water is not available. Trash men are on strike. The United Nations is cutting back on food and focusing on the cholera epidemic. Food supplies have been cut off from the populace, so hunger and malnutrition are spreading throughout the country. Over half of the hospitals have been damaged and destroyed. Medical supplies are limited, and new supplies have been affected by war and supply chains. You got multiple kids sharing beds, estimates of up to 6 kids per bed in a hospital of those that are still standing. Trained medical staff is in short supply. Local medical professionals have gone without pay for 10 months now. And, again, vaccines have been cut off. Vaccines for cholera have been cut off due to the conditions related to war. The United Nations estimates 14.5 to 19 million people have been impacted. So I got links to this. This is from AlJazeera.com, Yemen world worst cholera outbreak mapped, and then also BBC.com, news world Middle East. Now, the first part of that verse back in Luke 21:11, there will be great earthquakes. Now, today, July 12, a deep 6.0 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of North Korea. And here we have North Korea, circled with the cursor, South Korea, Japan. Well, here we have a 6.0 earthquake striking, and that was struck at a depth of 600 kilometers into the earth. So this was not a shallow earthquake. It was a very deep one. Now that energy has got to release and go somewhere. And as it gets closer to the surface, don't be surprised if there's a 7.0 or greater earthquake some point in the near future. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that energy has to go somewhere from deep inside the earth, and it's going up. So anyway, you can check out Reuters.com if you're interested in that article. Now, the Pentagon, for their part, they say, hey, that was not a nuclear blast. This was a natural occurrence. So take that for what it's worth. But if it's at 600 kilometers, I mean, I don't know of anything that can get that deep to cause that, but what do I know? At any rate, if you're interested in this, please feel free to check out paulthepope.com. Other stories related under the category pestilence keywords, cholera, Yemen, earthquakes, North Korea. Take care. Have a good evening.